Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really powerful strategy for anyone trying to get noticed online in this new world of AI search. We're going to break down Coach BK Han's incredible 12-month roadmap for what he calls answer engine optimization. So let's jump right in. First, let me ask you a pretty important question. Is your content becoming invisible to AI? With things like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google's new AI overviews, the way people find information is changing fast. The old playbook just isn't working anymore. And honestly, if your content isn't built to be cited by these AI tools, it might as well not even exist. And that's really the core problem we're all facing. By 2026, and probably even sooner, the old rules of search engine optimization, SEO, they're just not going to cut it. Trying to rank on a list of blue links is becoming a losing game when people can get direct answers from an AI. So yeah, a totally new strategy is required. And that new strategy has a name: Answer Engine Optimization, or AEO for short. This is basically the new framework for making sure your expertise gets found and, more importantly, gets cited by these new answer engines. It's the new playbook for being visible online. Now, what I love about this slide is how clearly it shows the shift in thinking. It's not about chasing keywords anymore. It's about answering real human questions. The goal isn't just to climb up some ranking list, it's to earn citations from AI. And you're not trying to please some mysterious algorithm. You're focused on proving your real-world authority and experience. It's a huge change. So how do we actually do all this? Well, the roadmap is built on 4 key pillars. And the very first one is this foundational shift. You have to answer questions, not just target keywords. It's all about going back to basics and focusing on what your audience is really trying to figure out. And the process for this is super systematic. First, you audit your existing traffic. Look at what search terms are already bringing people to your site. Then you extract a whole bunch of real questions. We're talking 100 or more. After that, you prioritize them. You find those high-intent questions that you are uniquely qualified to answer. And finally, you map those questions to specific pages and write a super concise one-sentence answer for each. All right, on to the second pillar. See, it's not enough to just have the right answer. You have to structure your content so that AI can easily find and cite it. This is the more technical part, where you make your content perfectly machine readable. And this slide shows you exactly how to do it. You start by rewriting your intros into these short 40 to 60 word direct answers. You can also add little quick answer summary boxes. But the really crucial part is implementing structured data, or schema, especially things like FAQ page and how-to schema. You're basically spoon-feeding the AI exactly what it needs. And you can even use tools like the Google Rich Results test to make sure you got it right. Okay, so you've got the right answers and they're structured correctly. Pillar number 3 is what really, truly sets you apart from the competition. You have to prove your real-world experience. This is how you show the AI that your answers aren't just theory, they're based on actual expertise. Coach BK Han has this great acronym for this concept: HUSTLE. It stands for Hands-On, Unstoppable Strategy that Leverages Experience. It's all about infusing your content with undeniable proof that you know what you're talking about, making you a source that an AI can actually trust and feel confident about citing. So how do you signal this hustle? Well, you gather up your personal case studies and unique stats. You put actual screenshots and real data right into your content. You also back up your claims by citing other authoritative sources. And you make sure your author bio clearly shows off your credentials and your experience. You're showing your work. And all of this brings us to the final and maybe most powerful pillar: building your AOE flywheel. This is where all your hard work starts to compound on itself, creating this self-reinforcing cycle of authority and traffic that just gets stronger and stronger over time. So the flywheel gets its first big push from your core content. All that stuff you've already optimized using the first 3 pillars. You've answered the right questions, structured your pages perfectly, and loaded them with your hustle. That's step 1. Next, because that content is so clear and trustworthy, it naturally starts to earn citations in AI overviews, ChatGPT, Perplexity, you name it. This is where you start seeing that first major return on your effort. But you don't just stop there. You take every single win, every citation, every time you get featured, and you amplify it. You share it on platforms like LinkedIn and X. This drives more eyeballs to your content and sends even more positive signals back to the search engines. And that's what completes the loop.
All that constant sharing builds up your personal brand and reinforces your authority. The AI engines start to learn that you're a trusted source that people share, which makes them even more likely to cite you in the future. And that just makes the flywheel spin faster and faster.
This quote from the roadmap really just sums up the whole philosophy perfectly. The AI era doesn't wait, but it rewards those who hustle hardest. The opportunity is right now, and taking consistent strategic action is what's going to separate the people who get cited from the people who just fade away. So, we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. In this new world, are you just creating more content that's going to get lost in all the noise? Or are you going to strategically position yourself to become the answer that everyone in every AI is looking for?